no veas, a Sevilla. Y al último que cuando ya salió la bien de regla.
It is Friday on Raid Shadow Legends, but you knew that. Now, if you're just here for promo code, then the promo code is RaidXPlay. That is RaidXPlay, and you get these from it. So if you're just here for that, then sure, have a nice day. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual. Now, on to the part where I just hop on like an idiot for ages. First off, if you want the GRANYT DOORKEEP fusion, then you're going to have to do at least this many points for the Glade Wolf, and that is 7 Sacred Shards, which I'd say is kind of average, except last Fragment Collection required 6 Sacred Shards in a bit, so this is already a bit more. But, as you saw in the title and thumbnail, I am skipping this fusion. Why? Well, let's go over him pretty quickly then, shall we? So, GRANYT is... I kind of want to say that he is just generic HP nuker, because, well, he kind of is. Although, at least now we know his multipliers, which... Also, I don't know why they don't do this, but please just show how much damage a skill does in the description. Stop having to make us wait for Russian data mines to know. So, this skill has a multiplier of 0.1x HP, but it hits 3 times, so 0.3x HP in total. A2 Geode Haymaker. It's worth noting that these are the same 2 debuffs that Yugo does, so if you already have enough Yugos for your Hydra teams, then he's probably not going to see use there. And this has a damage multiplier of 0.27x HP. And then the A3, Demolisher Blow. This has a damage multiplier of 0.35x HP, with possible 0.7x HP if you're not under unkillable stone skin block damage. Now this is identical to Taras A2, and also gives Shatter an increased crit damage on your entire team. However, unlike Taras, this skill can't be used automatically, and Taras is void and has many other things going for him, so yeah. And the passive is fine against any kind of CC effect. However, past that, he has no self-defense, so he's only really useful as a go-first champion. Like, sure, this will absolutely kill any squishy in Stone Skin, even like anomaly, because he has a bunch of HP but no real defense. But against a tanky UDK, you will probably still fail the kill, because it doesn't have any other defense shred apart from this. Now, this is the same Shatter frame as the Mythical Relic Covetous Passion, so if you have one, don't put it on him. Same with Cat's Gaze, he's a HP champion, so it's probably not going to work. So I am not bothering with him, but for those who are, I said it before that if you wanted to get him, then you need to do the Summon Rush all the way up to this. However, if you have missed a Glade Wolf already, or are planning to skip something else, then there is also an epic for the fusion available here, and it is priced at, yeah, 6,000. 12 Sacreds, this is kind of fucking crazy. I'm not going to lie. So, the epic herself is kind of average-ish. I haven't seen her multipliers because, I mean, it's an epic, but where is she now? Hilda Arnon daughter, which means, you know, Arnon's daughter. She's kind of like okay for normal faction wars or limited content, but for hard, she's just going to get stat checked because, you know, hard faction wars is overtuned as all hell. But you might be able to get a copy of her just from running Artifact Enhancement or Classic Arena, because I think there's 2 of them in the schedule for each, so that's about you spending any energy or shards elsewhere if you wanted her for the collection. But as for the fusion himself, then I feel like he's another in the long line of these go nowhere HP nukers that we saw a bit of a start. We had someone like Hater Boy saying how he's max, and then just no one picked him. You know what happened with Ishiyama the Immovable, who predictably you stopped seeing about 5 seconds after he was actually usable. And he again has pretty similar multipliers to what GRANYT has, because damage multipliers are usually pretty normalized. They don't deviate a whole lot. I think there's another from the same faction. Yeah, there's Arashi the Riptide, who I have, and I don't have a soul for him, so also the games you want to load what it looks like. Which, again, like, sort of, he can kill a squishy who's on a stone skin if he's under veil, but I just have better options, so that's why I haven't built him. It's as simple as that. And there's one other reason why many people are skipping the GRANYT fusion. It is because of Leonardo. And Leonardo, I'm not going to talk too much about him, but basically there's going to be a hero's path for him somewhere down the line, which obviously require a significant amount of sacred shards, or otherwise energy if you're grinding it in dungeon divers. And, well, until now, collabs have been in the nice to have, but not really necessary, and you can live without them. Yeah, even someone like Ruinous Nagagante Archer, who was relatively chased at the start, is now not seen quite as much just because of the sheer power creep in terms of, the Hydra champs we have nowadays. She was sought after back then for, Hydra God, because, every champion that has any kind of buff or debuff is a Hydra God. That's how it works. Then we had all the others since, like He-Man, Xena, etc. Who again, you see on occasion, but if you don't have them, then it's not the end of the world. And, champions like Odin, like, Queen of Hearts, etc., those aren't collab champions. Those are just events in-game, and you can get these from shards like any other legendary in the game. They're not limited time, they never will be. So, yeah, that's the other reason why many people aren't, because they have no idea how expensive the Hero's Path is going to be for Leonardo. Probably very expensive, because everyone's been hyping him up as the second coming of Christ. I mean, he's not that good, but you get the idea, right? Anyway, I've been harping on for ages. Anyway, yeah, I'm skipping the fusion. You should probably do it as well. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything more to say on the matter, so I'll let you go, and see ya.